continued to walk eastbound across Commercial Street. Officers apprehended Williams at Commercial and Division Street across from the shelter. The weapon used was located and seized. Officers and paramedics provided medical aid to 11 victims prior to those victims being transported to Salem Health for further care. A 12th victim was later identified as officers were interviewing witnesses. 5 male victims who received serious injuries remain hospitalized. The remaining victims, all men, received non-life-threatening injuries of varying degrees. The victims included 2 Union Gospel Mission staff members and 10 individuals who were guests at the shelter or were encountered outside the building, all ranging in ages from 26 to 57. Salem Police Department Violent Crimes Unit detectives investigating the incident learned Williams was traveling on an intercity bus service from Portland to Deschutes County when he deboarded in Salem on Saturday, May 31st. Reportedly, Williams arrived at the Union Gospel Mission on Sunday evening, just prior to the call for police assistance. The preliminary investigation suggests the incident was not a targeted attack. However, the investigation is ongoing. Williams was lodged at the Marion County Jail on preliminary charges of second-degree assault and unlawful use of a weapon as investigators determine the extent of injuries. Williams will be arraigned at the Marion County Circuit Court Annex today at 2:30 p.m. All further media inquiries into the case must be directed to the Marion County District Attorney's Office. Okay. I'm available for a few questions.
Was he checking into, well, he was going through the bag check, right? And checking in when this whole thing happened?
That I'm not exactly sure what process had been going on. I believe that he had been near or in the facility for other parts of the day. So exactly what their process is, I can't quite speak to.
You mentioned 5 men are still in the hospital. Or what condition are they in? Are they in critical condition?
Our initial assessment from medics was critical. We haven't had an update. They usually update at various times throughout the day.
Okay.
We saw video of him somebody being arrested on the ground.
Yeah.
Is that
was the suspect? Yes, that was okay. Mr. Williams being taken into custody.
Go okay up to that point, or was he combative with police as well?
My understanding is as soon as police vehicles were just a few blocks away, as soon as they arrived, they spotted Mr. Williams, and as soon as they went to approach him, he surrendered to the officers.
In video that was recorded of the arrest, there were other people that were trying to assault the suspect. Was the suspect hurt at all in this arrest at all?
He did not receive any medical treatment, so as far as any other injuries, I'm not quite sure.
And then there are rumors that he's possibly from some homeless camps in Redmond. Can you speak to those at all?
This is still really early into this investigation, so we have to. Part of our investigation will be to kind of get a fuller picture of who Mr. Williams is.
Do we know why?
At this point, we don't have any real information onto that. It's still pretty preliminary.
Has he been cooperating with police?
That I can't speak to now that it's with the district attorney's hands. Things like that are we're not really supposed to.
You said assault and unlawful use of a weapon. Mm-hmm. Are we expecting like 12 of those charges each?
That will be kind of determined as we continue on. So because we took him into custody so quickly, we have the pace of an investigation kind of speeds up. So we can have preliminary charges, and then as the case is further investigated, the DA can make those determinations at a later time.
Have there been incidents there in the past, and is there any increased security or resources for the UGM staff?
We routinely respond over there, but nothing to this magnitude, obviously. And security for the UGM, I'd have to let Mr. Smith speak to that.
Do you know the time frame from when you guys got the call to when you guys arrested Mr. Williams? Do you know?
I believe it was a matter of minutes. From what I understood was we were our first responding officer was only a few blocks to the north and was approaching from the south when they spotted him, took him into custody. I also want to give a big shout out to our fire and medics. They arrived and performed immediate life-saving measures. That was, along with our officers. Incidentally, every year we go through active threat scenarios. We had a large one last year, and just last week we were reviewing that with our field supervisors, so our sergeants, and going back over lessons learned from that, which include casualty collection points, how to treat, tactical first aid, things of that nature. We utilized our quick litters, a lot of the equipment that our officers carry on us for just these types of situations. Usually the scenarios are based on firearms, but in this case a knife attack is very similar to what we train for these types of mass casualty incidents, and coordinate and work with our fire department as well for response and how to treat wounded and render aid to everybody.
And going back to the knife, you said that it was found, you already found it. He wasn't, was he holding it at the time, or where was that at?
We seized it shortly thereafter.
So, it was
So
a
I
knife.
can't really say to that at the moment. So
Were there incidents in the building and outside the building?
yes, yeah, I can't speak to that. Yes, started in the lobby of the Union Gospel Mission, moved outside. There were some victims that were assaulted outside, and then we took them into custody as across the street.
Are there security camera videos that show what happened?
There is evidentiary video, but at this point for us it's evidentiary, so we can't release that.
Thank you.
Anything else? Okay, yeah, thanks. Sorry for holding the arm for so long.
Oh, no, you're good.
We're getting the next person.
It's our workout for the day.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just wondering.
No, don't worry about it.
I'm not going to
Good.
do that the whole
Okay.
time.
Thanks for the question.
Not going to do that the next time, so we're going to have to